Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV Current. I am Mauriri Rabila Lawal. First are the major headlines. Minister swearing-in ceremony holds at Presidential Villa today. You are incompetent. Matawali's aide calls for Zamfara governor's resignation. NEMA distributes relief materials to Kwara with flood victims. Niger coup, ISIS ISWAP terrorists may attack Lagos, Sokoto, Fani Kayode. And on sport, World Athletic Championship, Asa Brume leaps into long jump final. The news shortly. The inauguration of the 45 confirmed ministers designated is being held at the conference center of the State House, Abuja. This comes less than a week after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu released the portfolios for the appointees, including former River State Governor Nyesom Wike in charge of the Ministry of Federal Capital Territory (FCT) and Festus Keyamo manning the Ministry of Aviation. Some other ministers are Wale Edun, Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola, Transportation, David Umahi, Works, Festus Keyamo, Aviation and Aerospace Development, and Beta Edu, Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation.
Solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and as a minister, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and will and always in the interests of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being and prosperity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that I will exercise the authority vested in me as a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, so as not to impede or prejudice the authority lawfully vested in the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and so as not to endanger the continuance of the Federal Government of Nigeria, and that I will not allow my personal interests to influence my official conduct or my official decisions, that I will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that in all circumstances I will do right to all manner of people according to law, that I will not directly or indirectly communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall become known to me as Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, except as may be required for the due discharge of my duties as Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God. Amen.
The spokesperson of the immediate past governor of Zamfara, Comrade Abdullahi Anis Kaura, has called for the resignation of Governor Dauda Lawal, alleging that the state was facing turbulent times due to his inept leadership. Kaura urged Governor Lawal to step down promptly and alleged that non-indigenous individuals acting as cabals are in control of Zamfara's affairs, contributing to a high level of insecurity in the region. In a statement signed by him, the spokesperson also highlighted the level of poverty being experienced by the Zamfara people and counseled that the governor should take immediate action to address the escalating poverty and insecurity issues within the state. By adopting strategies used during the previous administration, the current administration in Zamfara state has a significant opportunity to tackle poverty and insecurity effectively, Kaura suggested. He also expressed deep concern over alleged rising poverty and delayed salary payment in the state. Kaura also noted the numerous kidnappings and killings during the brief duration of Lawal's administration. The National Emergency Management Agency (NEMA) has commenced the distribution of relief materials to flood victims in Kwara. Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak, represented by Deputy Governor Kayode Alabi, inaugurated the distribution of the relief materials on Sunday. NEMA Director General Mustafa Ahmed said the federal government approved the intervention for people affected by the 2022 flood disasters and those classified as the most vulnerable persons across the country. Mr. Ahmed, represented by Ephraim Tony, NEMA, head of monitoring and evaluation, said the 2022 flood disaster devastated many communities across the country. He said in Kwara, most people in the communities were displaced and their farmlands and crops were completely washed away by the flood. Mr. Ahmed said the intervention was also expected to drive the sustainable socio-economic resilience of the targeted most vulnerable individuals. According to him, NEMA staff are deployed to conduct the verification of the beneficiaries in collaboration with personnel from SEMES, State's Agricultural Development Project, and other relevant stakeholders. He added that 660,884 households were verified and targeted to benefit from the special intervention across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. The NEMA boards advised the beneficiaries to make judicious use of the distributed items to improve their socio-economic conditions. A chieftain of the All Progressive Congress APC, Fani Kayode, has warned that Nigerian border states might be vulnerable to terrorist attacks. Fani Kayode said Sokoto, Lagos states might be vulnerable to ISIS and ISWAP terrorist attacks if Niger Republic and its allies open up their corridors to the terrorists. He warned that some of these terrorists are infiltrated Niger State and some states in southwest. Tweeting Fani Kayode, if Niger Republic and our allies deliberately open a corridor for the element of ISIS and Akim ISWAP, etc. to move into Benin and Togo. ECOWAS's weakest link, then the whole of Nigeria's western borders, from Sokoto to Lagos, will be vulnerable to terrorist attacks. Already some of the elements are penetrated into Niger State, around Bongo and Shiroro, very close to Benin Republic and some states in the southwest of Nigeria. There was pandemonium in Owerri, the Imo state capital, following the gruesome murder of a couple identified as Mr. and Mrs. Samson Owobo by 3 unknown gunmen on Sunday night. Information gathered that Mr. Owobo, a retired assistant superintendent of police from Edo State, was killed alongside his wife at around 8 p.m. beside the Chisco Transport Company office, very close to the Owerri Area Police Command Office, which also houses the Owerri Urban Police Divisional Headquarters at Ebu Road, Owerri, the state capital. While the resident immediately ran inside and locked all entries leading to their apartment, business people locked their shops and ran home. An eyewitness said the fleeing armed gunmen who operated in a vehicle were trying to dispose as the couple would run to a point of sale business of their bag containing the unidentified amount of money. It was gathered from the eyewitness that when the gunmen could not succeed in snatching the bag of money, they shot the retired ASP to a close range at his forehead and also his wife at her left-hand side, close to her chest at a close range. While the husband died on the spot, his wife was rushed to the Federal Medical Center, Owerri, by police officers, where she was later pronounced dead. The armed robbers were carrying pump-action rifles and were trying to carry a bag containing money. The husband and wife ran through the previous for safety. They shot the man on close range, and the man's name is Samson Owobo. He hailed from Edo State. He's a retired police officer. He retired with the rank of ASP. He retired about 5 years ago or so. Confirming the incident, the spokesperson of the police in the state, Henry Okoye, said that the police in the state were on the trail of the fleeing suspect. The murder of the couple is highly condemnable. The CP frowns at the killing of the couple, and he has immediately ordered an investigation into their killings with the mandate to apprehend the fleeing criminals, Okoye concluded. On sports story, impressive Nigerian athlete Ese Brume is set to make history at the ongoing World Athletics Championship in Budapest, Hungary, after she leaped a distance of 6.72 meters to secure a spot in the final of the long jump event. It is Brume's third straight final in the competition's history, and the event is slated for Sunday evening. She came fourth in Group A during the qualification heat to have a spot to compete in the final in the medals race. At the last edition in Oregon, the 27-year-old won silver, adding to the bronze she won at the Doha World Championship in 2019. However, her compatriot Ruth Osaro who is Nigeria's second competitor in the event, failed to reach the finals after she finished 8th in Group B with a jump of 6.60 meters. Meanwhile, shot put star Chukwuebuka Enekwechi and 4,000 meters mixed relay quartet of Dubem Nwachukwu, Patience Okon George, Nathaniel Ezekiel, and Imambong Inse Uko failed to make it beyond the group stage. The duos, Sheye Ogunlewe and Oshorite Ishekiri, qualified for semi-finals of the 100-meter race event after running 10.07 seconds and 10.17 seconds, 0.6 in their respective heats, but their compatriot Favor Ashe crashed out, was disqualified after making a false start. With our sports story, we've come to the end of today's national news. Before we go, some headlines. Minister's swearing-in ceremony holds at Presidential Villa today. You are incompetent. Matawali's aide call for Zamfara governor's resignation. NEMA distribute relief materials to Kwara flood victims. Niger coup, ISRS, ISWAP terrorists may attack Lagos Sokoto Fani Kayode. On sports, World Athletic Championship, Eze Brumel leaped into long jump final. For more updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is BGITV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagide Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. Thank you for watching. It's another beginning of a new week. Let's do the needful so as for us to remain compatriots as Nigerians. My name is Moriwe Rebila Lawa. Good afternoon.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.